It's the 3rd of May. Tornadoes, tornadoes, tornadoes. Oh my goodness.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? My strife, my right to fight, to die on. And this is my game to play, to claim a brand new name, And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a bit nervous that I might screw everything up that I've ever done. But what's the point of living if you ain't having fun? I guess I'll try this, try that, might miss, gotta find what I'm good at. I guess I look here, look there, over where am I scared, where am I at? I gotta make it in this life, whatever makes me happy, know I'm doing things right. Sipping in the summer on a goose and Sprite, or find a nightclub for the end of the night, And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
Good afternoon or morning.
Hello. How's it going? Let's see who's all here first. Hey, Cece Bedhead. How you doing? Be charming if you're listening. Hey, drive safely.
Hi, Lady Dennis Daggers and Mike B. L. Bundy. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, dun, dun, dun. Yep, I mentioned that yesterday. Like, that second witness. Yep, a whistleblower. Yep. Hey, Gary Huffman. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Gary.
Ooh, he's got a split a hive today. Hey, be careful. Hey, before anything else, let me get to the news real quick because a lot of people probably haven't heard this yet. McCormick Company is recalling its popular French product due to potential food poisoning. It has a bacteria called Staphylococcus or aureus. Basically, can cause staph infections or something or another. And it's on its French crispy fried onions, both the plastic packages and the containers. So they're pulling it all from home. They ask you to check your pantry, check the numbers, and yeah, toss it.
Ain't that special? Hmm.
Yeah. I
Ma-
don't know.
Reckon the onions, Come on, man. It's
Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah. Oh, and I was gonna do this, and I forgot to. But the music's already played, so I can't do it. Well, yeah, I can still do it.
You can do whatever you want. It's your channel.
Hey, you chill there, woman. Dun 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 dun. See, this is how Shift Kicker mods. She's the one actually playing the music.
Dun, 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 dun,
'Cause,
dun, dun.
while she's doing that, I'm usually going to take a nice hot dip. You know,
Oh God.
so
I love that buns picture.
you know. Oh, Al Bundy ate some last night. Well, you're still with us, so yeah.
I mean, the attack on our food is just unbelievable. That's all I can say.
You know. So who knows? Let's see. What's the next thing they're gonna freaking attack? French fries. Yeah, they're gonna start recalling French fries. That's my guess. So for those that didn't hear or weren't around last night, yeah, the town I live in was surrounded by tornadoes. So bad that had me worried, not only for my kids but for my neighbors and myself. Because I do have a couple of elderly neighbors that I do have here. And thanks to all the prayer warriors out there that we do praying and all that, there was like an invisible wall, and that tornado was coming straight to the town. It like hit it and disappeared. So thanks for everybody that did the praying and all that, and yeah. But guess what? Tonight's round three. Yeah, round three. Yeah, you didn't notice the third one because I didn't mention the first one. So, but yeah, they're expecting it to get pretty bad again because that dry line's not moving, and we're right here where everything starts up. Yeah, it is good to hear. Unfortunately, other towns did get hit, and we got people going out there now. My team that I'm on, there's two of us staying behind. That we have to take
Take
care
care
of.
of their own storm mess, right?
Yeah, we have storm damage and stuff we had because we still had the large hail, the winds, and the heavy rain and stuff. But so two are staying behind. The rest are right now probably heading over to Sam's Club because they're open now to collect all the things to send over to the town of Holly. They requested late last night, but we got together and did a collection, and yeah, so they're going to go take care of that while we take care of our stuff. So, and yeah, like I warned everybody yesterday, be weather aware, and believe me, that's why I had that mem up. Hey Joyce, good to see you, and yeah, be weather aware. I had my radio on, the TV on, and all that. TV was in the house. And I had to go back and forth because I had to put some things in there. I had to take my laptop. My laptop was almost dead by the time I set it off when I was in the bunker. So, but yeah. So, needless to say, the Lord looked over us. So, thanks for all the prayer words because, as they say, when two or three come together, you know, come in agreement in prayer, it does happen. And we have more than two or three prayer words. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, absolutely. Prayers
Lady,
work, man. They do.
and Lady Daggerstaff says it's chilly and full of clouds here. Next week is Liberty showing all rain every day. Yeah, and I believe next week, starting on Tuesday, because we're gonna have all the rain and storms and all that through the weekend here. I think they're supposed to subside Sunday or Monday here and start moving. But Oklahoma and Kansas needs to watch out starting on Tuesday. Of what I've seen, I only had like 5 minutes to look at the stuff, and it didn't look good for Tuesday and Wednesday all the way through Friday. So if you live in Oklahoma and Kansas and you got a break, prepare. be ready because, I think you're going to be getting hit hard. And just to give you national numbers this year, we are in the month of May, and so far the U.S. has had 300 confirmed tornadoes, and we still got months to go. Dun, dun,
West
dun.
Texas, Becca in the house. Hello.
Yeah,
And Joyce, hello, honey.
yeah, yep, exactly, Mike. And yeah, let's see, shift. I don't know if I should mention this or not because you mentioned it before the stream. But she confirmed
Oh,
today that the Senate, the House has passed that bill.
H- HR 6090. Look it up.
You know,
Look it up. They're trying to make our Bibles a crime.
yeah, which I try to explain to her that's going to be virtually impossible because our Constitution has the freedom of religion. And if you're going to go ahead and have the devil
Yeah, we
have
have, but
his say in schools and stuff, then we could keep our Bibles too. So
but trust, we have freedom of speech. We have all these freedoms that they're trying to take away from us.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
I'm sorry. That one has really had me on an edge.
you know,
Just so you know,
yeah, no,
because
and I understand that, but they're going to have to freaking
yeah,
realize they don't like it. They can go to another country,
exactly.
you know. But why do I have to move? Because we don't want you here. That's why. You want a reason? I gave you a reason. Enough said. That's it. I'm running
Uh-huh.
for president. Write me in. Hey, Seth, how you doing? You know, I'll debate him. I'll be standing there spraying Febreze at Biden.
Well,
Because,
there was one protest
uh,
that it was like big, big, huge group, almost 500 Christians that went out and where they were doing the Palestine protest
yep,
and started praying.
yep,
Uh huh. And then they sang the national anthem, and then the police told them they had to leave
yep. Hey,
because
RLB.
which was crazy is because their prayer was silent, but their singing was not.
Yep.
But these other protesters could be as loud as they wanted with megaphones, etc.
Okay, well, I'm going to give you the military perspective. All the freaking places I had to deploy to,
Mm-hmm.
there was quite a few places I could not show them my chain with my cross, and I couldn't have my Bible visible. I had to follow their country rules. Now, I respected it. I could still, in privacy, in my room and all that other stuff, even though it's a tent with curtains, I was able to, you know, still practice my religion, as you want to
Yeah.
say it. But damn well, if my government is going to tell me I can't do it when I fought for the things I needed to and had to do it behind closed doors, now, if they don't like it, they could do their shit behind closed closets because we know they're freaking closet dwellers, basement dwellers,
Yep.
you know. Hey, vote for Pedro. How
Exactly.
you doing? And yes, I
So
did pin vote
Pedro,
for Pedro up at top. Please check out his channel. Let's get him up there to the big Bob O. Hey, Susan Yersky.
Susan, good to see you.
Well, that's
Uh,
it.
absolutely, that would work, and she would be amazing.
Yeah. Well, she'd have a hard time because I'd be ordering her to tell the military to start packing up all this stuff and start shipping it back home. We're pulling out of freaking Europe and all these other countries. That should be freaking being neighborly to each other and taking care of themselves. We'll go as backup if worst case scenario, but we shouldn't have to be there.
I agree.
And if I
We
remember
shouldn't.
correctly, yesterday I read an article. I don't know how true it is, but supposedly the 12th Mountain Division is getting deployed to Europe.
I
Why?
read that too.
Yeah.
Exactly why.
Hey, Ginger Ninja. There's no reason to go over there. There ain't no training. They got plenty of warning when Mr. T was president to get your shit together and start building your stuff. So they've had over 50 years of protection where they could build up a military and training and all that. If they didn't do anything in the last 50 years, oh well. You know what we'll do? We'll draft all of Generation Z and send their asses over to the Europe, and then they can here's your military. They got an iPhone, and they know how to freaking protest. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't know how to feed themselves, but they know how to protest.
Yeah. So the only reason I'm going that
Yes,
way.
vote for Pedro. You would be a perfect press secretary.
Oh, wait. Just remember, as press secretary, you got to mention the veterans before you even say anything. And then you got to carry a tomahawk that's nice and sharp. So when they start screaming and raising their hands and asking you questions, you throw it at the first one and hit them in the forehead. Because it is the White House. We don't conduct ourselves by yelling and acting like freaking fools. You raise your hand and you wait to be called on. Bottom line.
Yeah. Hello, Wolf Meadows. Good to see you this afternoon or morning, whatever your time frame is.
Yep. But yeah, and the only reason I mentioned it that way I did is because did you see the freaking interview clip? They interviewed at one of these colleges for the protest one of these so-called professors, and I swear he was Freddie Mercury from Queen was completely straight compared to this guy. That's all I'm saying, the way he talked and carried himself. But it was like, oh, these kids are 18 years old. They're just learning how to protest. Okay, for one, you look up that school's video, and then you go to the agenda of the school. There's no freaking classes for protesting, for one. So if they want to learn that, they do it on their own time off school property. And for two, they're 18 years old or older. They're an adult. They need to learn how to behave, act like a responsible adult.
Well, the last big arrest that they did, I know there was 46 people arrested at the one protest. Out of the 46 that were arrested, are you guys ready for this? Four out of 46 actually went to that school. 4.
Yep.
Where are these people coming from? Who's paying them? That's what I want to know.
Well,
they're not even registered students, and they're protesting at their school. 4 out of 46. That's just not right.
Yep. So I'm just waiting for the Supreme Court to handle all these weapons freaky cases, because if it goes the way it seems like it's leaning to, because they're attacking the Supreme Court a lot now, there ain't going to be no weapons bans. And if they got the right attorneys on the cases, they're going to be like the Constitution clearly states the people can have a militia. Now, if the U.S. military has a freaking grenade launcher, that means the militia can have a grenade launcher. Think about it. Oh, we're going to talk about protests again. They finally posted the pictures of the 8 to 10 people in Florida that they arrested that weren't students. Gee, they were all foreign nationals one way or the other, and they didn't have immunity. And one had a weapon. So, you know what should happen there? They get their jail time, then they get deported and never a chance to come back.
And you know what? I believe it.
Yeah.
But now that people are actually seeing that, you know, these aren't even students that are going to these schools. You know, people are actually seeing it and they're like, where'd they come from? Who's paying them?
Yeah.
You know? Some people didn't realize until now that that stuff actually was happening in the summer of love when we had the George Floyd, we had Chaz Chop, and all of the other protests.
Hello, Johnson Family Ventures. Good to see you. Yep.
JFA in the house. Hey, hey.
So remember, we're not throwing out conspiracies or anything. We're just giving our own opinions, and we'll learn through education. And hey, guess what? We're not protesting. We're just
Nope.
speaking our mind. We're not breaking windows. We're not trying to go up against the cops like several of these protesters tried doing, and they
Right.
learned differently. Of course, the cops took forever to freaking do it. I would have freaking done it on the first day. Tase them, freaking, smoke bomb them, everything. No, they even had a librarian on one of the interviews. I'm like, oh my God. It's like, well, we just wanted. Did you see all the graffiti and the damage they did to that library?
Oh, yeah. And
It's
that's
time to get rid
just
of that
it.
librarian too. It's like, no, that's not what
Every one of the people that did damage should be charged with it.
Yeah.
Destruction of property.
Yeah. Make sure they pay back their student loans because they're probably on the list of the people like Biden has. That last list
Yeah,
that he
if
had,
they
he had a
even
lot
have
of
a
people with
student
him.
loan.
A lot of them, Biden's trying to forgive are all the freaking professionals that are his buddies that defaulted on their student loans. So think about it. These people haven't paid their student loans. They've been earning all this money,
Yeah, all
acting
I
like
know is
they're
I
really
paid all my student loans,
professional when they're
thank
not because they
God.
don't even pay their bills. Hey, when did they get up? Why don't they reimburse me for my student loans that I never
Yeah,
took out?
mine too. Well,
You know,
I had a pile of student loans. Why don't they reimburse me? I've paid my dues. I paid all mine.
you want a free education? Join the military. I mean, I don't know what the program is now, but before you could do it, you used to get, you do 4 years, you got 4 years of freaking college paid for.
Yeah, Susan Yersky, I believe they call that domestic terrorists.
Yeah, and these colleges, like I mentioned yesterday, are the ones freaking doing it. But
Yeah, I still remember when they had this little zone set up downtown Minneapolis where if you weren't black or whatever, you weren't supposed to walk through it, right?
yeah,
I walked through it. No one said ah yes or boo to me.
yeah,
Other than they were going, and I just kept walking, didn't say a word, didn't look at them, just listened.
yeah,
But I walked through it. I did it on purpose, actually.
yeah. And did you see the Houthis have volunteered to pay for anybody's education that got suspended from their college?
Who's paying for it?
The Houthis, another terrorist organization that's going against Israel. Yeah, think about it.
There you go, Pedro. Where were they? And I literally watched a video of what they do in Palestine to the LGBTQ community. If they even think you are. If I didn't have the background I had, I probably would have puked. And that is no kidding.
Yep.
It was horrendous. But
Yeah,
yet
so
all these people are in these protests. Why? Because that's what you want? I don't get it. I just, none of it makes any sense.
Yeah. Well, I know, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 colleges here. And we've not had no protests. when Black Lives Matter tried coming down here, they had like 4 people trying to mess up with the event, and I was on YouTube. I freaking told them I'd go meet them because it was down the block. They freaking ran when I showed up. That's because I'm packing. 4-on-1. Oh yeah, if you want to freaking pull out anything, I'll pull out my friend too. I brought my buddies. I ain't stupid.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. When I walk through the little zone in Minneapolis, I do have my conceal and carry, and yes, I was.
Yeah.
But that didn't, I mean, a 5'2" little white girl walking through that zone was like, what? I think they probably thought I was nuts, to be honest with you. They didn't want to mess with me.
But let's see what else. Oh yeah. Oh, when they tried having a couple of drag queens do their little protest at City Hall here, that
Mm-hmm.
lasted all of 3 minutes, and that's only because they had to freaking run in high heels trying to get in their car to leave. Should have seen how many people showed up. They're ready to beat their ass. Get the fuck out of town.
Well, more things like that need to happen. It needs to just be stopped.
Yeah,
If you want to be a certain way, don't push it on everyone else.
yeah,
You chose it. You want to be that way, but don't push it on me. Don't push it on everyone else.
yeah,
Don't push it on our kids.
yeah. And that was the big one there for us. Is they wanted the freedom. They were protesting. They couldn't freaking read stories at the libraries. Like, no, that's our tax money going to those libraries, and we don't want your freaking kind doing that crap in front of our kids. No.
Exactly.
So you can call us racist, biased, whatever, sexist, whatever you want, but we don't. Yeah, we protect our kids. So, and if you feel offended about that, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of pedo freaking channels out there on YouTube somewhere. So,
Yep.
yeah,
No, there's so much going on. And then the other thing, guys, I'm just going to run this through your head because it's been running through mine. Okay, they're doing all these protests and all that, and they've got everybody watching them. What should we really be watching? What's really happening that they're trying to divert our attention with these protests from? Think about it. There usually is something behind them more than what is actually happening.
yeah,
Like when you pass a bill at 3 a.m.,
Saturday morning, Friday night. Yep.
yep, that aims to take our Bibles away from them
Yep.
and make us criminals if we have them. What?
Hey, Kevin Hawthorne. Yep. Lakeland, Florida. Woohoo!
Yeah,
It's got
yeah.
better weather than we do.
I don't know. It's sunny here. It's really actually a nice day.
Well,
I'll take it. I don't see any X's or anything in the sky yet.
mm-hmm.
Did you like that one? Yet.
Yep.
Blue skies and sunshine.
Well, the shift to the tornado alley. Just give it 5 minutes. The weather will change. Y'all better get used to that part.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know. I saw a post on Facebook or whatever they call it, and it explains to everybody in California and New York that's trying to move to Texas what they need to know about Texas before trying to move here. And it was a long paragraph one, and it made sense. It covered everything, and basically it didn't sugarcoat it. Prices of rent, the illegals, the crime, this or that. Most of it all in the big blue cities. You know, the only places decent to live is West Texas, and only 10% of the population. I was wrong. I said 20 yesterday. Well, only 10% of the population live in West Texas. And you got to be a certain kind of person to be able to survive in West Texas. I'm telling you right now, because the weather doesn't get you. Those wild animals will. So yeah, it's like the Wild Wild West. You got to be strapped.
Believe it or not, trust, we're supposed to hit 70 degrees today and then rain tonight into tomorrow morning, and then it's supposed to warm up again.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Gary, we were warned way back when by Salman Rushdie. I know I'm saying his first name wrong. When he wrote out the agenda for the Muslims, and they all put a freaking target on his head to try to kill him because he brought out the Muslim agenda, and others tried speaking out on it too, and they tried to kill them too. And what the playbook is for the Muslims. And you're right, Gary. China's got the same freaking crap. So think about it.
Exactly.
Now, don't get
I
me wrong.
mean,
There may be some good Muslims because there are some Muslims that are Christians, and it has nothing to do with religion. There may be some good Muslims out there, but I sure haven't met very many. Okay, at least the ones that call themselves Muslims. So there's all the Arabs that I met. They weren't Muslim. They questioned about Christianity when I sat down and drank tea or coffee with them. And God, I always prayed that it was tea because their coffee sucked. And yeah, but yeah. So those are certain experiences that I can honestly say that I did enjoy some and I did in others. But I'll tell you this: being all those Arab countries, I did trust the Bedouins a whole lot more than I did quite a lot of the Arabs that were over there. So because the Bedouins, you know, there was an agreement with them. They didn't really like the Muslims either. That's why they traveled from town to town with their camels and their sheep. They didn't want to be in those blue cities, as they would call them, if you need to compare it to how we are. So yeah,
mm-hmm.
when they saw something wrong, they always sent somebody to the nearest base possible to let us know so we can go out there and freaking catch them. Was it explosives, freaking weapons, or freaking people that are trying to do stuff?
And
Yeah,
that is not going to pass
yeah.
because
He
it
can
doesn't.
sign it. He can sign it all he wants, but it's not going to work because nobody will
No, it
listen to
won't be
him in this
effective.
country.
Yeah, if you read what an emergency power, how many people it has to affect, nope,
Hmm.
it's not going to fly.
He's trying to reach because he knows his freaking his carbon freaking climate change emergency thing ain't working. Not with the cars, it ain't working. He's spending all this money for bullshit. He's getting his buddies rich, and then we're gonna have all this stuff, and we're not gonna have nowhere to put it. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna dump it in the ocean like everybody else does.
Yeah,
That's what's
this
causing all the climate change is everybody dumping everything in the oceans. Think
right,
about it. We
and
didn't
this
have these problems until they started putting the radiation and everything else in the oceans.
yep, and this executive order that he's trying to that will try, I should say, has been already torn apart.
Now, when you talk about martial law, RLB, it'll be a hard sell for him to try to do martial law if you're meaning martial law, because the military will still follow the Constitution. They will not follow the president. If you look at the oath of the military, it has to be constitutional, a lawful order through the Constitution. So yeah, when the president wants to say, "I'm going to do an executive order," the military won't listen to executive orders. if they go against the Constitution, period. And all these movies and all that say, well, they suspend the Constitution. They do not suspend the Constitution. The military will follow the Constitution because that's going to be their only law. There will be military judges handling all civilian stuff if martial law was ever. And that's going to be a big old freaking thing for a lot of people because, yeah, be a lot of people in prison. The military justice system doesn't play like the civilian one does. There'll be a lot of lawyers put in jail too. Oh no! If you think we're in martial law now, no, this is nothing under martial law. This is the democratic freaking powers that be. And I've been battling people, freaking telling them, don't even say that democratic word because that has nothing to do with our country. It has everything to do with business, and that's it.
Yep.
We are
COD.
we are a republic.
Yep. And I really love our chat. Trust. You know that?
You know, I like it when they.
One, I know. I have to be honest, I learn a lot from them, and hopefully they learn a lot from me.
Yeah,
Just being honest, I do love my chat.
yeah, Pedro. Yeah, we did lose a lot, but then you got to understand also with everything that's come out about the mandatory inoculations. Now these kids are, like holy shit, they lied to us. We're the what was the one where they did the African American squadrons with penicillin, but they actually wasn't penicillin, it was something else. And they got all the diseases. I can't remember the name of that freaking thing that they called it. I know somebody in chat's gonna remember. There's just so much in my head I can't bring up the files fast enough as fast as I talk and as fast as I'm thinking about stuff. But yeah, when they did that, that's our modern day with the inoculation they did.
Yep.
Your test subjects. Hell, when I went through, they made me take the test to guess
Tuskegee.
yeah,
Tuskegee.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they told them they had syphilis, and they ended up getting syphilis. And there's quite a few that didn't have syphilis to begin with. Yeah, tell me that was an eradication program through the scientists that worked for the government, hiding behind the military shield. And the bad thing is, the military didn't know nothing about it. Majority of them didn't until afterwards. And who did they go after? They went after the military. They didn't go after the senators that freaking did the deals with the scientists and all that to do that crap. I get Soros was probably freaking involved in that back then. And that's why they're real, Gary. That's why they're ready to tear down all the statues and everything else. They want to get rid of history so they can redo it again. They think they found a new way to repeat what they did in the past.
Mm-hmm.
You know, since I've been on, I've attacked everybody, especially the African Americans, saying, why are you still Democrat when they're the ones that put you in the chains and want to leave you in the chains? They didn't change. That's inbred in their freaking psychology of their freaking minds for their heritage. So they moved to another state. Ooh, yeah, that's going to make them change the way they think about people. Yeah. But you still got all these African Americans voting for these Democrats when you know their hidden agenda. They're just using you for a vote.
Yep. There is a lot that are not anymore.
Yeah. They'll promise you the sky and give you jack shit except dirty water.
I agree. Vote for Pedro. Mm.
See, I strongly believe, and this is my personal belief, that the women's movement was one of their things that they did also. Because think about it. How do you destroy the family union? Yeah. You try to convince women it's their right. Think about it. Don't tell me you're a Christian woman and you believe in abortion, because you're not a Christian woman then, because all you're doing is killing.
No.
That's my personal belief. And you can have your own belief on you want, because I'm not a woman, but you know what? Think about it.
Just
Hey, Trish,
good
how you
morning.
doing?
I don't know if it's morning, evening, or afternoon there, but good day to you,
Yep.
Miss Cheshire.
Yep. Hopefully you're having a good
She's
day.
been dropping some bombs on X.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. And that's why it's got to be hard for me, because I'm going to have to hold back when I go on X. Well, not hold back on X, but I have to hold back on YouTube and realize when I'm on YouTube and when I'm on X, because it's going to be, yeah. As I haven't broadcast on X, when I do, I'm going there with a dinger. If they're going to put me in jail, they're going to put me in jail right off the bat. 4:43. Ooh, what's for dinner? We'll ask
That's
you first.
5 hours ahead of us.
Yep. Hello, Donna Laddie. Miss seeing my notification. You mean receiving a notification for us going live, or
Yeah, she didn't get the notification.
you got to make sure that bell's rung? Because I was subscribed to several people yesterday, and I pinged one of them, vote for Pedro, and I can't remember if it was vote for Pedro or the other person, which I feel bad because I can't remember who the other person is at the moment, because it was a hell of a night with these tornadoes around my area last night, and then everything going on with my family and everything else. But yeah, I found out that my notifications were off, and I wasn't subscribed to one of them. That kind of ticked me off of YouTube, but they've been doing a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it says, no, it's 5:43, so she's 6 hours ahead.
6 hours ahead.
And she's having cheeseburger and French onion rings. That does sound good. Now, no, I know it was Tommy Guns, but it wasn't Tommy Guns that we were trying to push, because it was get you to 500 and somebody else to get to 600. And I can't remember who it was for the 600 one. It was on here at the same time. Hey, Paul Scott, how you doing? 12:44 in Ohio. Yep, you are Eastern time. You're ahead by an hour. Or we're just slow.
Vote for Pedro. I did a shout out at the beginning of 10 TV for Tommy Guns, and he only needed 11 subs at that point.
Yeah.
And I told them I was going to watch it the whole time and see if we got him to 200. It was like 206 when we ended 10 TV the other night. So, yep, I was really happy.
So, okay, for the ones who just came in that missed the first part of news that I covered the most important thing you won't see in most places. Was McCormick company is recalling their crispy onions in the plastic packages and the containers. Supposedly they got ingredients in there that could be considered poison and kill you. They're telling you to check to see if you got the numbers on them and to throw it away immediately. Do not ingest it. And if you did ingest it, like one person in the chat, and they had it last night and they're still around, well, that's good for you. Stop eating it. Don't ingest no more.
Was it See Happy Chappy we were trying to get up there? Zed's place said it.
Yeah, I think it was See Happy Chappy. There you go. Say, I couldn't even remember our favorite alien. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not feel bad because I had to go back and watch Tommy Gunn's Tuesday stream because I wasn't able to with what I was doing the first part of the week, and yeah, hopefully this next Tuesday I'll be able to be there. But you know what's going to
Yeah,
happen on Wednesday? Anybody in chat know what's happening on Wednesday? Don't say nothing, Shift.
why not?
See if anybody's been paying attention or they watched the short. Did you post on your community page too? Or is it just a short right now?
No, it's just a short right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, hopefully I can get some time this weekend and figure one out. Oh, there you go.
Boom! Vote
Go
for Pedro. Boom,
party. Yeah,
boom, boom, boom.
yeah,
Yeah, and please do watch that little short I made.
yep. And give it a thumbs up because Shift doesn't make stuff very often, and when she does, it's
I'm
awesome.
just well, I'm just learning to do videos like that. So it's not professional, but it's the best I can do right now.
I She's working off her phone, so that's pretty damn good. It's a whole lot better than my videos that I've done. Because I need a laptop to do mine. I wouldn't be able to do them on the phone. I tried it and I gave up because I kept on hitting the wrong button because I got big fat fingers. So, yeah.
Ooh,
See,
fun, Cheshire. But you'll have to stop in here at 12 p.m. Central Time. Yep, because we're going to have it at that time so that we can get some of our East Coasters on panel.
yep. Besides celebrating both ours going over 1K, we're also celebrating Gremlin Ashley birthday.
Birthday.
Yeah. So
Have a
hopefully
great day,
we can
Zed.
celebrate this weekend. Yep. Have a good one, Zed. Be watching your pores again.
I like watching them cook too.
Yep.
The
So,
single guy and his cooking. I'm sorry.
yeah. Well, we got all around here a single guy that cooks, and then we got West Texas Stacker, who's a married guy that cooks, and normally his
Yeah.
cats and his dogs are there when he's cooking in the morning. So hey, got all around bunch of people that are cooking, and then we get hit with food porn from Shift Kicker when she's cooking or baking. And I'm still waiting for a certain person to come up with his menu for tonight. So he hit us on chat with food porn.
Vote for Pedro. The one person I know in the coin community that does amazing, amazing videos is Steve Looking for Silver.
Yeah, the editing part's really easy, vote. It looks really daunting. It just depends on the program you use. Well, you can start off with a free program that's pretty easy just to learn the basics before you move on to something else like you want, you know, to purchase one and do more stuff. Start off with shorts and then go from there. She's trying to still how to cook Irish meals. Hey, I get you. I watch some people cooking from other countries and how they cook over a fire on some of their meals. And then they go as far as when they're butchering the animal, skinning them, and all that other stuff. And it's ladies that usually are doing it. So more power to them. So, but always amazes me. I've never done a goat, and I watched this lady do a goat. So, and then she did some, I don't know, this big ass freaking fish. It wasn't a tuna, but it was as big as a tuna. So I'm like, ooh, when she gutted that sucker, that I almost lost it there because that's one thing I don't like. I don't like fish guts. I could do
Oh
all other
my.
sorts of animals, but for some reason, fish guts just. I blame Dr. Demento because growing up, I always heard the song fish heads, roly poly fish heads.
I can't find white cornmeal in Ireland.
Well, use the yellow one. Bleach it. I don't know.
Oh, wrong one. Sorry. Can't I? You know what? I agree. There were not daily food recalls. What happened to our food inspectors? You know?
Yeah. They quit and went to go work for McDonald's for the $20 an hour. See, Camel Carlos, eat them up. Yum, yum. Dr. Domino, yeah.
Ooh, Paul Scott, that sounds really good. I love beef stew leftover better than I like it the day of.
Yeah.
I really do. It's like everything kind of, and all the flavors went together better.
Cornstarch. Yeah. My sister did that once. I sent her to the store for cornmeal. She brought back cornstarch. She really wasn't paying attention, but hey.
Arr.
Yeah.
He's grooving on the pirate patch.
Yeah. But now I got to give praise to my sister because she finally realized, when she realized that through both my marriages, I was the one doing all the cooking. Yeah. She was like, I got to step it up. I got a husband and a son, and I hardly do any cooking. And I got a brother that's got kids and wives and all that, and he's freaking doing all the cooking. What the heck?
Well, both my boys cook for their significant others.
Mm-hmm.
You know, their girls don't cook as good as they do. That's fact.
Yeah. Yeah, I sat down both my future daughter-in-laws. One's getting married this month. The other one's in December or November. I think it's December though. And I told them, if Earth collapses, you're gonna have to do a whole lot more work than you're doing now. And they're like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, because if they're doing the cooking, it's all gonna be outside. It's not gonna be inside. If we lose power and all that other crap."
Right.
So guess what? Good luck if you got water. You're gonna have to boil water, and you're gonna have to do this and that in order to wash the dishes. Don't expect them to do it if they're doing all the cooking, because cooking takes on a whole new meaning when you can't cook it in the house. So
Sure does.
you can only barbecue for so long, and then after that, they didn't realize, like, it's time for them to start learning without a freaking microwave, without a freaking what are those ovens everybody uses now?
Air fryer.
Yeah, the air fryers and all that other stuff. Get some stuff, do a fire, put a grill on top of the fire, and try to cook something. See how easy it is. If you can't make a peanut butter jelly sandwich, good luck trying to find peanut butter jelly later on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if he's going to do the cooking, I said they're going to be the ones chopping the wood. They didn't like that.
Yeah.
One would do it because one has done it, and the other has never done it. It's like, you ain't going to have those fake eyelashes and nails anymore.
We need Wolf Meadows to start making videos of his freeze drying and all of the above, so that I can share your channel out, because I know it will be awesome.
Yeah,
I basically did all the cooking. I even prepped meals for the whole week, because me and my husband were like two ships that passed in the night sometimes.
Yeah.
He'd get home, I'd go to bed for a while, get up and help, if he hadn't already got the kids in bed, then I'd help him put the kids in bed, then I'd go to work. And he made all the meals.
Yep.
That were pre-prepped.
And I agree, Cheshire, about an outside oven. I got plans for smokers that I want to build, and of course an oven too, where it diverts most of the smoke and dissipates it. I mean, you can't do nothing about the smell when you're cooking, but if things get really bad, like power and all that, think about it. If you're cooking outside, all your neighbors are gonna know because they ain't gonna be able to cook, and they're gonna follow the smell.
Donna Lottie, it will be on Trust in God's channel because I don't pay for StreamYard and I can only have 5 other people other than myself on panel,
Mm-hmm.
and we may need to be able to have more.
Yeah,
So,
and I can have up to 10 on mine. So
and I mean, I might try and simulcast it over there. I don't know
yeah,
because you're going to have to be in chat on Trust.
yeah.
Yep.
So you definitely want to make sure your notification is on because you must be present to win when the prizes start going out.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm so glad I taught my boys coupon cutting and all of that.
Yeah, I'm glad I worked in the grocery business. That was my first job I actually had, and I learned all the ins and outs of how they do stuff. So I can look at those advertisements and tell if it's just let's get them in the door type thing because everything else is more expensive, or if they actually have a sale going on. And there's B.
Yep.
Charmin. Welcome back, B. Charmin.
And from my understanding, the reason why grocery stores have sales on certain items is to get the people to come in there in the first place. Because then they buy the sale on item and they think, well, why should I go to another store? I'm already here.
Yep.
You know?
That's why I do my grocery list. I check everything online. Because
Uh-huh.
if you look at it, the stores I go to, everything is digital. So you can clip the freaking coupons on your phone and just have the app on when you go in go in the store, and then you can see which ones you're looking at on your list, and then when you check out, it reads your phone to give you the discount on those coupons because you had to sign into your account. So
Yep. And another big reminder, get a receipt. Because you would be amazed at all of the so-called mistakes on your receipts. And you pay with cash in some restaurants and they don't give you your change back. They take it.
yeah, they assume it's a tip right off the bat.
Well, no, it's because they don't want to have to carry that much change in their cashier drawers anymore.
Well, we always get our change back. I take the loose change and usually use a couple of the bills after I look them over for a tip. But
Yeah, but if if you're paying at a register when you leave,
yeah,
that's your receipt.
I don't know. I always make the waiter or waitress go ring it up and then bring it back if I use a card or cash. Because you think about it, all they do is take your order, and half the places I have the machines where you can do your order and you can pay as the table. So basically, all they're doing is bringing your food and asking you if you want a refill on a drink.
Here you go. Lady D waits for her change at the dollar stores because they want to keep it.
Yeah.
They do. They don't want to pay it back out. It's just getting crazy. Like I say,
But Lady D, that's how they keep the prices down to $1. I mean, $1.25.
yeah, I have
But you
I
got
have
to
a
look
couple
at
of
it,
number 10 cans of the powdered peanut butter too.
Yeah. But most people don't. Most people don't even know that there's powdered peanut butter out there. If you really look at it. I never even considered powdered peanut butter until I started doing powdered milk and everything else. When I started doing all the freeze dried stuff, then that's when I started going for the powdered peanut butter. before then, it was like, nope, I'll just grab me a couple of jars of peanut butter because I knew they'd be gone. Well, usually my peanut butter's gone before most of the other stuff I buy. Camel car peanut snorting. Who knew? Well, maybe there's no fentanyl in the peanut butter. I did watch a news article, well, a news segment, should I say? It's not an article because I didn't read it. It was actually a video, and they're talking about the cases in was it? I want to say it was Houston, a blue city, of course. They had over 600 cases of fentanyl overdose in one day.
But we don't have an issue with that, according to the potato.
Yeah. And what's the first thing that they talked about? Well, did you give him the Narcan? Did you give him the Narcan? Why are you giving him the Narcan? So he could survive another day so they can do it again? If these people want to kill themselves, let them.
But the other thing is Narcan does not always work on fentanyl. It does not.
Yeah. But here's the whole thing. Even the people that are complaining about the whole deal about the fentanyl, that they need to stop the people bringing it in from the border, which, certain potato head doesn't think it's still happening. But yeah, but they're mostly EMS workers. It's like we only carry so much. It's a controlled substance. So they would run out. They could not freaking have it. They cannot carry enough Narcan in their ambulances to freaking take care of something like that. They need to
Nope.
stop just giving it. You're gonna freaking do a drug overdose. You chose to do it. Bye. We're gonna give something free. How about insulin for the diabetics? I know plenty of kids that have to take diabetic, have to have insulin. What if they have an episode and they don't have no insulin? And have you seen the price of insulin?
Yeah, and let's get back to dropping the prices on EpiPens.
Yep.
If they can give free Narcan, let's give free EpiPens. When you're having to pay almost $600 per pen.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I'm sorry that you have a drug addiction and all that. But when it comes to your choice of doing the drugs and your choice to having to do them to keep yourself alive, like these kids I know that have to take insulin every day, think about it. Same thing for EpiPens. I mean, like you're saying, if you're going to give any free medicine away, it should be those things. I don't hear all these people on the street. Can I get $20? I get an EpiPen. Oh hell no! They're either going for the drugs or the alcohol.
Yep. Yeah. But on a brighter note, it is the weekend.
It is?
It is.
Hey, well,
Definitely.
Pedro, hey, you have a good weekend. We'll see you on the streams this weekend, brother. Thank you.
Yep. Much love. Vote for Pedro, my Minnesota
Angela.
brother. Silver selling machine in the house. Hello, darling.
That's why I think I'd be a good president. I talk to all these freaking pharmaceuticals so that we ain't giving you money for research. No more. We gave you billions of dollars for the last 40 years, and you can't find a thing to cure cancer. Bullshit.
All my EpiPens are ephedrine.
No.
Uh-huh. And without them, believe me, if I get stung by a bee, I may not be. That's how allergic to bees I am.
Yep.
And so for me, an EpiPen is definitely, a necessity.
Yep.
And I agree with that silver selling machine. A lot of medicines we don't need. They just keep us being sick. But there are some things that actually work and do save lives.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
Nah, I'm pretty sure you can't get addicted to EpiPens unless they change the
No.
ingredients and put fentanyl in there or something.
Well, the thing with most EpiPens, they're one use.
Yep.
One use. Hmm. Yep, they are definitely a one use deal. Hmm.
Yep.
So I know you've got tree work to do at your son's. What else you got for the weekend?
Oh, I still got to go to the local coin shop. Hopefully, I can
Huh?
put that in between the storms and everything. I still got to go grocery shopping too. I'm almost out of creamer. You know me, I need
Oh
my creamer for
no.
my coffee. Yep. Got plenty of coffee, but almost out of creamer, and I don't want to use my dry creamer. That's my backup for emergencies. And weather is not an emergency, so at least in my book, it ain't.
Hey, I've Silver Selling Machine. I've done the pollen thing because they said if you take natural pollens and that kind of thing.
Yep. Hey, Angry Warrior.
None of it worked. Angry Warrior, Cupcake in the house.
Yep.
Oh, lucky girl.
Yep. Yep. I recommended everybody yesterday that wants to learn how to grow herbals and stuff to go to a certain site. I didn't keep the site with me, so. But if you watch yesterday's stream, I mentioned the website to go to. I think it was like 18 or 19 type of herbals to grow in your backyard to help you weed your, basically help with meds and all that instead of doing the commercial kind. Yeah, I knew the system was
Oh, thank
jacked up when
you.
I went to the hospital when I had allergic reaction to lisinopril. Now I've never been allergic to any medication in my whole freaking life because I hardly ever took any medications. Hell, I hardly ever took aspirin. If I had a headache, I just dealt with it and drank water, and it'd go away. But when my throat and my passageways and all that were freaking swelling up because I had an allergic reaction to my lisinopril that they put me on, I went to the emergency room. And the first thing the doctor said, "How do you know it was the lisinopril?" Because that's the only thing I freaking took today, buddy. It was like, well, I don't think people are. Nope. Yeah, people are allergic to it. You better freaking read up on it, doc. Now, here's a guy that went to freaking school for what, 8 years and didn't know you could be allergic to certain medicines. Yeah. Hey, Lucia Parker, how you doing? Good to see you. So, still have that talk with your medical professional, whoever it is, but always get a second opinion. Always ask a nurse. The nurse usually knows more than the doctor anyway. Ain't that right, Shift Kicker?
Sometimes.
Yeah, man. Because of that episode, they said I was lucky because I drove myself. Of course, I got scolded by the doctor that I should have called the ambulance to come pick me up. Well, I know my capabilities, so yeah, pharmacists are the best ones to know.
Yep.
Unfortunately, my pharmacist retired, so I need to find another one I can trust now. And but I don't do too many meds, thank goodness, anymore. So I only do the very minimum I need to, and I've been on those meds for a while, so I'm good. And but yeah, when they, you know, he got 2 strikes right off the bat. His third strike was he wouldn't even walk in the room. He had mask on, gloves, all this stuff on. He wouldn't even walk in the freaking room I was at, knowing damn well I didn't have the C word. I had like 4 nurses around me, taking blood temperature, this and that, and all this other crap, and hooking me up to stuff. And he would not enter the room. He had to scream through his mask in the hallways. That was his third strike that I was dealing with an idiot. So they gave me the medicine to clear the lisinopril out of my blood system, and then the VA gave me my little EpiPens to use if I ever have another allergic reaction. I told them I'm not going to take lisinopril no more. It even says it
Right.
in the medical journal. If you're allergic to it, don't take it.
Do not take.
And they put me on something
Yeah,
else.
I definitely knock on wood every day. No high blood pressure meds, no nothing. I mean, yeah, it's basically a Benadryl once in a while, and the reason I do that is because I'm having a reaction to something. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But other than that, nope. I don't even do the Tylenol or Advil if I don't have to.
Yeah. But
So on my agenda for the day is I have to pack all the bedding I washed yesterday.
well, you're still working on bedding?
Well, I
Yes.
got it all done. I
Slacker.
just haven't packed it back in its
She's
tote.
slacking. She was slacking. She even had.
Yeah, well, you know,
I'm calling you out. You're slacking because you even had leftovers yesterday. So it was like you didn't have
I
to do no
did.
cooking. So you should have gotten all the bedding done. So I'm calling you out on a Friday. Free for
Teriyaki
Friday.
chicken, teriyaki chicken, and rice for dinner. That's what he wanted. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I still take pro vitamins because I like gummies. Those are the only ones I take are the pro vitamin ones. So, but
Ooh, nice. Food truck. Fun, fun.
ooh, make sure you do a video, and if you get caught in the rain, definitely be recording.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see her running from her backyard. Ah! No,
Oh, trust.
but yeah, I hope everybody has a blessed weekend. We appreciate you coming out. We've been on
Yep,
for about an hour, 15 minutes, something like that.
yep.
Sorry about this morning, but with the storms last night, a lot to do this morning. Hey, Paul Scott, good to see you. Well, you're doing something right, Paul. Knock on wood, you
Exactly.
keep doing what you're doing, because yeah, eventually on mine. I mean, the one medicine I don't like taking is the metformin, but I take it. Eventually, I'm going to stop taking it because I'm finding slowly but surely things that I can do that aren't pushing me on a daily basis, and yeah, they're helping cut it down. So,
Yep, yep. But I'm going to tell you guys, stay blessed, not stressed. Smile at somebody. You never know how it'll change their day. And check on your neighbors because you never know. You may be the neighbor that needs to be checked on.
yeah, and remember, tell your loved ones you love them, because you know what's going to happen in 5 minutes, 24 hours. And make sure you're weather aware of what's going on. We'll put out this wording early. Oklahoma and Kansas, be ready starting on Tuesday. You could probably get hit with stuff this weekend, but the worry time more, I think, is Tuesday on through the rest of the week for y'all. As the system moves, it's stalled right now in Texas. And if you're in Texas, be ready. Because, yeah, this weekend is going to be a good one. Last night was really busy. If you watch the radar and the notifications, it's going to be another one again for where I'm at. And also, and like I said, thank you for all the people, the prayer warriors out there. Would I ask them to pray for our town? let people around because one town did get hit pretty good, and we sent out people to try to help them today and all that. And hopefully, there's no more towns that get hit. Hopefully, it's just open rural areas that you know do some
Yep.
landscaping and it doesn't hurt no animals or people. But the odds are not in our favor on that part.
Nope, that's fact.
Remember, if you find water, turn around, don't drown. Houston's finding that out today, yet again. Now I'm letting B Charming get her answer question by Wolf. Something about dry Skittles. Yeah, I
Freeze
figured
dry.
B Charming's asking about Skittles.
Well, Be Charming's also another one of our freeze dryer people.
No, I
yeah.
know. No, I know. Yeah, I heard the freeze dry Skittles is a thing now, especially in California, because they got to go out of state to get the Skittles now, because I guess they got outlawed, and then they bring them home and freeze dry them. But
Bees saying they're big sellers at the craft fairs.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe Lady D will
thank you, Chat, because without you, Chat, we wouldn't be here. We would, but we'd be talking crazy stuff to ourselves.
Yeah, we'd be staring at each other, sticking our tongues out at each other, going, pretty bored. As I'm watching frickin' Shift Kicker fold her bedding she should have done yesterday.
Oh, it's all folded. I washed the tubs out and wanted to make sure they were thoroughly dried before I repacked them.
Gee, I wonder why she's telling us about her bedding. What is she distracting us from actually seeing that she's doing? Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. And check my community page to figure out where I might be at.
Yeah.
Snoopy.
I probably
there for sure.
Yep. And remember, we love you. Stay safe, and we will see you on the streams, or we will see you on Monday if we still have power. This is gonna be a rough weekend for me, so no telling. But Shift will know if I got power or not.
Yep. So take care, guys. Be sky aware. Bye.
What?
I said be sky aware.
Yep.
And bye.
Bye.